What's up, YouTube? Chase Bristow. This may or may not be my last video for a very long time. I'm going to confess why I have become a nomad. Back in April of last year, I met this guy who molested me for 10 nights in a row. I had no idea that he was molesting me until somebody had told me what he was doing. He pretty much moved into my house. He had my information, my address. One night I told him I would be too tired to answer the door, so I gave him the code to the garage door opener, and then he would come in. I told him from day one I quit my job to be a YouTuber and do by day and do karaoke by night, and every night he said, "No, let's watch the Golden Girls," and then he would proceed to molest me every night, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know. And he picked me up one night, drove me to this wooded, dark street with no lights and woods, and I thought he was going to kill me because he was cussing me out, smoking marijuana and blowing it in my face and spitting in my face. And out of desperation and fear for my life, I attacked him. Tried to get away. Tried to get him to pull over and let me out. And then I attacked him, and he screamed and drove off. After I got out of the car, he drove off and ran into me with his car. And the police, he called the police on me and said I assaulted him and turned the whole tables on me. I never fought another person a day in my life. I never would. But I was fearing for my life. I saw my whole life flash before me as he was yelling at me for a half hour, cussing me out, spitting in my face and blowing marijuana in it. I threw his bowl out the window and he just went off, and I just got scared to death. I had court cases. I didn't even feel safe with him in court because he would call me 100 times a day. He would harass me. I ran to be with my cousin in Knoxville, Tennessee last April, and started living nomadically out in Tennessee because my cousin wouldn't take me in. And after that, I came back and then ran again because I was scared. Scared of seeing him in court. Scared of everything. Terrified. For the first time in my life, I was terrified. Because I'm facing 5 years in prison for this. So I may not be able to post another video for the next 5 years. I tried to call him to try to work things out in October, and he filed harassment charges on me, phone harassment, because he just is not well mentally. He's just deranged. His name is Thomas Gary Weeks. He's just completely insane. He's the first person I ever feared in my life. When I was in Tennessee, he called me 200 times in a row. I wound up throwing my phone into the river after creating call block apps, like downloading call block apps and downloading all kind of apps to block his number, and tried to block him, and he still proceeded to call me 200 times a day and everything. So I went as far as I possibly could away from him to LA. That's the real reason I became a nomad. To get away from him, out of fear. I have court tomorrow for those harassment charges, and I'm facing 90 days in jail. The assault charges, I have court next month on the 25th. And I'm facing 5 to 10 years in prison for that. This may be my very last video for another decade. I will definitely get in touch with everyone tomorrow and let them know if I'm out or not. And it just hurts me so much that I have to give up my life for somebody like that. Someone who took advantage of me. First time I ever cried on a YouTube video. I don't want to do this. I can't. I have too much to live for. I just don't want to go to jail for someone like that. I can't do this. I just can't. I'm too afraid. I'm afraid to go to jail. I'm afraid to see him. Be in the same room, even if it's a courtroom. I'm terrified. I also was beat up here in the same county and had a pack of cigarettes stolen from me. And someone told me they were going to buy a pack before I left for the second time. And the police didn't do anything about that person. But I was in fear for my life when I assaulted this guy. I was terrified. This guy just robbed me blind of my pack of cigarettes with my last bit of money and kicked me to the ground, kicked me in my face. And I was the one who was suffering that in the end. I was the one who had no cigarettes and no money. And wound up being put in the commissioner's office because of a warrant for that court case that I missed. That day I was supposed to be in a movie. I was supposed to be playing the role of Quizmaster in a short film that was going to go on Netflix and everything else. But instead, I wound up being beat up, robbed, and put in the commissioner's office all day long. That person walked away with my cigarettes, and my self-respect, and my dignity. So if I go to jail tomorrow, I will know for a fact that the court system is a screwed up fuckery. So, this is my last video. If I don't post a video tomorrow, you'll all know that I'm gone. I'm not even showing my face. There's bad lighting, and I don't care because I've been crying my eyes out all day over it. Over why, wondering why a good-hearted person like me has to go to jail for defending himself and when he's terrified. And that's why I'm nomadic. Because I want to live my life to the fullest. And not spend my life in jail because I was in fear for it. Afraid that somebody was going to kill me. So, I'm sorry for such a serious video, but I figured it's better you guys know now, instead of wondering why I'm not posting these videos of me having a good time and dancing all over the country and everything else. If you guys don't get a video tomorrow, you'll know why. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I let all my fans down. I'm sorry I let my family down and everybody else by not attending things. I'm sorry in advance for not meeting up with my friends. I'm sorry in advance for not keeping plans that we've had made. I'm sorry that I couldn't attend birthday parties, memorial parties, and karaoke at my local spots. I'm sorry for all that in advance if I do go to jail. It's not my doings, it's the courts. It's the fucked up courts of Maryland. And I'm sorry for that I can't be there because I'm in jail for fighting off an asshole who molested me. I was also in Florida and had my phone stolen, and the police were right across the street watching me be beat up and have my phone stolen, and they did nothing. The person has my phone and my blood on their hands and on their shoes because they were kicking me in the face as well. So I'm sorry that they're running free. And I'm having to stay and deal with this mess tomorrow. So, like I said, this is my last video for the next decade. Probably. I'm going to face the court. And then when I get out of jail, I'm just going to hide from everybody. It's undecided that about my YouTube videos or anything else. I'll probably just go into a hole somewhere. Go off the grid. I will be so full of shame that I will not attend karaoke anymore. I will just do YouTube videos probably once a year to let everyone know I'm still alive. I don't know. I'm just a nervous wreck beyond imagination. So, I'm sorry to all my subscribers who want more out of me, but I can't do that from jail. I love you all. You've all been an amazing part of my life, and I will never forget you, and I hope everyone that knows me gets a chance to watch this. If not, please share this with everyone you know, make it go viral, because I am in a very fucked up situation right now. Please like and share this video, make it go viral. I really need some support. Stay golden. I love you guys. You've always been there to watch my videos, and I hope you've watched this one and enjoy it, because it's my last. Godspeed, my fans. Godspeed.